The tunnel. In the tunnel. In the tunnel. You're listening to In the Tunnel.
Hello and welcome to In the Tunnel, episode number 48.
Show without a name.
Eh,
Or an episode without a name. My apologies.
yeah,
As of right now, we do not have a name for it. Our show definitely has a name.
yes, that's true. But hey, maybe you'll just see an episode title pop up.
Nah, probably not. We'll see. I'm all
Alright.
about organization.
Alright, so we're gonna just go straight into it, because it's time to spin the wheel.
Because Sean has things to do that are better than this, apparently.
Yeah, so it's time to spin the wheel on
And
the...
revisit baseball for the first time in like a year.
Yeah, but let's just talk the trade deadline first a little bit, right?
We'll see.
So, I mean, up on the screen, or we'll be saying, there wasn't really a lot of trade deadline moves that went on for the MLB.
Not a lot of notable stuff. But of notable was these names that we will run through here: Trevor Bauer, Tanner Roark, Yasiel Puig, I guess to a lesser extent, Daniel Hudson, Jed Jorko, probably only because he plays for the Cardinals, Corey Dickerson, because he won a gold glove last year with the Pirates, Zach Greinke and his erroneous amount of money, Shane Green, Nick Castellanos, Mark Melanson, Scooter Gennett, and Drew Pomeranz.
Yeah, there was no like deadline moves or anything that we're kind of expecting to see, right?
Nope, I think the only one that we were expecting was maybe Bauer.
Yeah.
Um, Greinke out of nowhere because of again that contract being pretty much immovable. But yeah,
Yeah.
the
So,
Astros made a play.
So, without further ado, let's just start grading these things.
Yeah.
So,
Wheel me up.
so
Wheel
yeah,
it
so
up.
let's just start with the White Sox. So we're gonna do a AL first. White Sox are the first to get the spin.
That's the sound that wheel make.
Sure, it is. And according to the wheel, the White Sox get an F.
I don't know if they actually did anything, so I
Yeah.
guess they should have gotten rid of Jose Abreu.
Oh, well,
I'm guessing. I don't know.
maybe.
Somebody.
Maybe. Anyway, on to the
Yeah,
Indians.
the White Sox hold off on major moves at trade deadline. So they didn't do anything more than you and me did.
True. The Indians get a B though. Did they do much?
They got rid of Bauer, and I think they landed Puig.
Yeah, okay.
And Franmil Reyes.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I guess they deserve to be. I don't know. I don't feel like much happened in a 30-team league.
I mean, they netted a bigger,
True.
return of names than any other team really outside of the Astros.
Mm-hmm. True. All right. Well,
True story.
okay. Well, we'll just take your word for it for now.
Or you could, add some commentary into this, Sean.
I mean, I could, sure. Or I could just keep spinning the wheel.
Oh, well, I don't think that you have to limit yourself to one or the other.
Anyway, so the Tigers get an F.
Uh-huh.
I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of Fs today.
I don't have feelings anymore.
I mean, last time we gave teams grades, it was a lot of Fs.
Well, like I said, feelings are overrated. Apparently, there was a deal that was supposed to happen and didn't involving the Tigers.
Yep.
So, yeah. I guess the inability to make the move in that case.
That's what gives them the F?
Sure. I mean, we're looking for justified reason.
True. Alright, and the Royals come out with an A.
Let's see what they did. I don't know that they actually did anything.
Maybe that was the right move, though. You don't know.
Maybe, although if we look at it, the Royals are 40 and 71. So yeah, the Royals didn't do anything at the deadline.
Okay.
So yeah, no news is good news kind of feeling, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, would you want it, like, either they're going to offload things, or, I mean, because if they made a deal that got them a good player,
I mean, maybe their farm system is just so good that they don't want to mess up with the development of guys by acquiring more prospects.
Okay.
I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm saying maybe that's the thinking.
Okay.
I mean, we'll get to it later, but the Pirates certainly think that their farm system is just the best in the world, despite the fact that it's not.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that one. Anyway, the Twins get a D according to the wheel.
The Twins needed another starting pitcher, and I don't believe that they got it.
No.
They got a reliever, Sam Dyson from the Giants, but that's it.
Yeah, so
D
they
sounds
made a
about
move,
right.
but I don't think it was the right one.
Correct. And now this.
All right. And the Orioles. The wheel is giving the Orioles a B.
They made no deadline moves.
Was that the right move in the same case as the Royals then?
I don't know, but according to an article from the Baltimore Sun, headlined, after quiet trade deadline, it's time for Orioles to consider keeping Trey Mancini long term, and I have no idea who that is. So,
yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. And then the Red Sox, they did nothing at the trade deadline.
So the Red Sox, yep, I know the Red Sox did nothing at the trade deadline, but they
Just
get a
like the
C.
Yankees. I mean, the Red Sox on paper have a pretty damn good roster. The problem is this year they're not a very good team.
Yeah.
Like not good enough to be ahead in the division.
Yeah, I mean, also like they have some good pitchers, but like Sale is on his decline and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they could
Allegedly.
have done something, but I don't know what they could have given up to get, right?
Uh, I'm sure they could have found something slumping to give up to an NL team for a good pitcher.
Fair enough. All right, on to the Yankees.
Yeah. Yankees, another team that needed a pitcher that did not get it.
Yep, and for that reason, the Yankees get an
F. F. Imagine if our school system gave out as many Fs as this wheel does. We
Oh my
might we might actually sink so low that we get better.
god. Yeah, we all go just under F.
New York Yankees news: Brian Cashman, quote unquote, frustrated by trade deadline.
Okay, well, there's your frustration in a grade form.
Yeah. F stands for frustration. Now, holy fuck, we didn't get a pitcher.
Anyway, on to the Rays.
Who cares? I mean, they fleeced a bunch of teams last year.
Does that carry over to this year with their B?
I mean, it's part of the development, but they didn't really do anything.
Yeah, true. I mean, I feel like we're just gonna say that a lot because teams were pretty stagnant this year.
Yeah, if you say so. I mean, the Rays are ahead of the Red Sox right now in the standings. So
Stagnant in terms of like moves during the season.
no, I understand that. I'm just justifying the B grade.
Yeah, and I don't know. And then the Blue Jays get an F. Also, dude, seriously, what are these grades?
I don't know. Oh, I mean, they could have gotten so much more if they traded Stroman to a team that wasn't the Mets.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but does that really deserve an F?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, the Blue Jays aren't making the postseason.
True. How about the Astros with a trade deadline grade of an F?
I mean, overpay.
Okay.
They didn't really need starting pitching. That's the thing. They went out and got it despite the fact that they didn't need it.
Do you think they did it to stop others from getting it?
I mean, others didn't get lesser names.
True. True.
Yeah.
What's
So I'm sticking with my original answers.
okay? The Angels get a D.
I don't know that they did anything either.
Yeah, so I don't know how this wheel likes to grade teams that didn't do anything.
I don't know. It's the same fucking wheel that took a 3-win team and put them in the final four. So,
Yeah, dude, that was.
uh,
What about the A's?
wait, we're not done. The Angels acquired a catcher, Max Stassi, and that's it.
Okay.
So I'm guessing he's the backup catcher from the Astros.
Okay. Okay. Now, so what about the A's? Because, along with their name, they also got an A.
You're so creative, Sean.
I know. I try.
Yeah. Come up with it, nickname and code. Let's see. I'm not really seeing a lot of moves being made. So yeah, I mean, right now the A's are, if this thing would move, 8.5 out of first place in the AL West, but 62 and 48. So I mean, they're probably in contention to try to get to a wild card spot.
Okay.
As is.
Yeah. Okay. And I just rolled the Mariners while you were going. and they get an F.
Who cares? It's the Mariners. They put $300 into Robinson Cano's pocket and still traded him away because they couldn't win with that. They can't win. It's just not worth it.
All right. And to round out the AL, the Rangers get a D.
I mean, the Rangers are only 7 games out of a wild card spot. They're still, in the hunt,
Okay.
but they're only at 1 game over 500. I think. If they were, I could have seen them being aggressive, but they probably did the right thing in my mind by just packing it up.
Okay. All right. Now on to the
And now,
NL. And starting with the Cubs. So the Cubs start the NL off by getting a C. Goes nicely with their name also. I don't even have to try.
Trust me, you're not trying.
I realize that.
Oh, that's the funny part. You think that the jokes are actually as if you're putting effort into them. Yeah, the Cubs. I mean, they gave away some decent arms, and they did that whole thing where they add and subtract at the same time from the MLB level.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the Reds, what did they do?
They got Trevor Bauer.
Oh yeah. Okay. I knew they did something. I was like, wait a minute, which trade was that? Anyway, for getting Trevor Bauer, they get a B.
Sure. I mean, it's like the outside of Yankee Stadium, like the shortest fenced ballpark in the whole world. And you think that by adding starting pitching, you're fixing a problem. His stats are about to balloon up to the point where he'll be throwing, balls out of the stadium instead of just to the center field fence.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be on the Reds.
I mean,
Can't win with them.
As a pitcher, right? Like Yankee Stadium's like pretty bad for pitchers, and then the Reds are the other one, right?
Which more or less is why I can understand the Yankees not going after starting pitchers year after year. Is like because in that ballpark, why bother?
True.
A fly ball is gone.
Yeah, that's generally the case. All right, and the Brewers get a D from the wheel.
I mean, Jordan Lyles sucks, and that was one of their main ads.
Yeah. That pretty justified. Okay, what do you think the Pirates are going to get, Jeremy?
I think a B.
Will they be getting the illustrious A?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I already said B.
Oh. No, well, I mean, we're both wrong, because I was going to say, I hope they just get an A, just to see what happens. But no, they get an F.
Well, the wheel's wrong then.
Why?
The only thing, well, actually, no, I'd give the Pirates an F too.
I thought so, dude.
A, they gave away Corey Dickerson for a player to be named later and money. Not even like a roster spot worthy return at this point in time. They got a bunch of guys on 1-year contracts like Melky Cabrera. You might as well get something for them. They didn't shop them enough. The one smart thing they did is they held on to Vazquez because it was like, if the Dodgers weren't going to give up enough prospects, then, so the Pirates were like, we don't need to give him to you right now. So they were smart in that regard, and I commend them for that because I know that they want my feedback.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they didn't really do much with what could be gains for the future. But then again, how does gains for the future work in the Pirates?
It's just Neil Huntington, the GM, saying, I think that our team can contend this year. And then by about this point every year, it's like, well, we're. I mean, he verbatim said after the trade deadline, we're technically not out of it yet.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Yep, and that's where we are.
And that's why they get an F.
He thought that the team could contend before the season.
No.
With absolutely no solidified roster spots at that point in time.
Yeah. All right, and then the St. Louis Cardinals rolling with the first
F.
A of the NL.
F.
Why do you disagree so heavily with the wheel?
Because there's St. Louis Cardinals and I don't like them.
That is not
F.
a valid reason.
F.
No.
Let's see. The St. Louis Cardinals, are they really in first place in the NL Central again?
Yeah.
That really just demoralizes me. I don't like how they can be good every fucking year. I just don't get it.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
F.
Well, no. The wheel says A, so you're gonna live with
it. For the Cardinals, it's an F.
Yeah, I don't think you're doing anything. Yeah. So the Braves get a B.
I mean, they probably should have gotten an A.
Well, no, that's reserved for the Cardinals because the wheel just wants to disagree with you.
No, they got an F.
No.
Don't lie to me. This is like the reality of my life is just never ends up being something I wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, just spewing things that Jeremy just never wants to hear.
This is why I'm trying to get away from my life, is to do this podcast. And now to see that's catching up with me is just... Ugh.
All right, anyway, on to the Marlins. F contender?
F.
Yeah, I agree.
Do we have anything lower than F?
Should we put Z on our...
I think we should just start with decimal points.
All right. Well, anyway, no, they get a C for some reason.
I don't know that they actually did anything. Probably a smart move.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter probably doesn't know who's in the farm system to trade away anyway.
Yeah. On to the Mets.
Such a horrible owner.
The Mets also get a C.
F.
Well, hey, at least this time it was a C. It wasn't so far off.
Well, I mean, we should see for the Marlins like 10 seconds ago.
Yeah. True. Did the Mets do much?
Yeah, they got Durant and Irving.
Oh, right. No, not that one. Damn it.
Yeah, they got Stroman.
Yeah, okay. So C for them. Anyway, yeah. The Phillies, on the other hand, get an A.
Good for them.
Okay.
Sorry, you were making a note to me that I could not track because I had thrown my phone in my closet.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, so anything to say about the Phillies?
Yeah, that Bryce Harper trade they made must have been amazing. I mean, they didn't make it, but...
Oh my.
F.
Diamondback?
Everybody gets an F, so I can be happy for a second, whatever that feels like.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. The Nationals get a
my
D,
happiness
though.
Or the F thing?
Both.
Oh.
Because they directly correlate.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, the Nationals get a D.
Sure. Makes sense.
Close enough for an F to an F for you?
Sure. Makes me somewhat, I don't know. Might crack a fake smile.
The Diamondbacks get a C.
I mean, they're paying for like some fraction of Granke's contract, but the fact of the matter is, if they weren't going to win with him, there is no point in really keeping him.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Ugh, I'm running out of cord.
How?
Hell, Sean, don't ask questions.
I already asked a question, dude.
And that's part of the problem.
And the Rockies get your favorite letter.
But they don't deserve it. That's the thing.
I know.
They didn't do anything.
You just said you wanted everybody to get an F, so I guess it just gave the Rockies an F to spite
No,
you.
I said it like 3 teams ago.
Yeah, so to spite you, it gives the team that definitely doesn't deserve it an F.
But I wanted everybody to get an F.
Yeah, they didn't do anything, so they get an F. There you go.
But that's not everybody. That's one buddy. I'm not liking this, Sean. I don't think that you're very consistent with this wheel spinning strategy.
I'm not supposed to be consistent. Anyway, the Dodgers get a C.
F.
No.
They needed to go out and get Vasquez, and they didn't.
Well, that was so
They should have backed up the Brinks truck of prospects and just given them to the Pirates. F.
Yeah, I don't think that was happening.
Should have. F.
Yeah, well, in what world are you just gonna back up a Brinks truck of prospects, huh?
I don't know. Jalen Ramsey did it.
Fair enough. All right, the Padres get a B.
Sure, they were a part of that Bauer Puig trade, and
Yep.
I don't know who they got. So, congrats on being a part of something, I guess.
I guess. Oh my god.
It's nice to feel like you belong.
All right, and to round out the grades, the Giants get a D.
I'm okay with the Giants doing whatever they want. They're at 500.
Yeah.
It's really hard to make sense of whatever they're trying to do. They didn't get rid of Bumgarner. They didn't add anybody. They're playing middleman.
Yeah.
You know what? Give them an F.
No.
F.
No.
Ended on a strong note.
What's with you and Fs, dude?
I don't know. It's weird because I finished my grad certificate and I got a 4.0 GPA in it. So maybe I'm just... I don't know where I'm at right now, Sean.
Okay.
Although I guess I never will know.
Okay.
Happiness is a myth.
So the last wheels we have,
F.
well, these guys don't do A's to F's.
Versus
This is NHL.
A or B.
I mean, not really.
Why not?
This is NHL, right? And so basically, right, there's only 3 players in arbitration.
4.
Well, no, 1 settled.
Sure, in theory, but no one needs to tell people that. But I guess we're down to 3 now because Sean just ruined the secret.
But I also didn't have a wheel for that guy.
Well,
no,
nobody gets surprise birthday cake.
Alright, well, I didn't want to give out surprise birthday cake anyway.
Well, you wouldn't have gotten the cake. That's the real problem.
Yeah, and I said I didn't want to give it out.
F.
Anyway.
What, wait, hold on. You give out your own cake? You give out cake that you've been given.
Anyway, so
F.
we'll run through the 3 people still currently that might go to arbitration. First one is Joel Edmondson and St. Louis. So
Sure.
Edmondson wants 4.2 million. The team wants to give him 2.3. Where do you think we'll
Right.
land on this?
In between.
Yeah, so in between like low 3 or high 2 or mid 3.
3-1.
I actually don't even know if that's a choice, but hey.
You asked me where in between. I gave you an answer. I don't know what
But I
you
said
want from me.
high 2 or mid 3, and you choose a number.
Wait, so I can't go high. I can't go high 2, low 3, or mid 3. I have to go like high 2 or mid 3.
Yeah, I gave him 4 options. Anyway, the wheel said
I
that
can't see the wheel, Sean.
they will settle for 3 million.
So I mean, yeah. Guess who ended up being more right then?
Yeah.
Don't tell me I don't know how finance works.
I don't think anybody said that.
Hey,
Anyway, next
just getting
person.
out ahead of it.
Next person on arbitration is Carolina, Jeremy's hometown team, and Anton Forsberg.
Is Carolina the one on arbitration? Because I want to see Carolina just be on a different team. They really don't need to be here. They're just bad.
So
People
anyway,
down here don't deserve a hockey team.
Anton Forsberg wants $833,000 for the year,
Oh, that's way too much.
and the Carolina Hurricanes wants to give him 700,000 in the NHL or 70,000 in the AHL for the year.
How about 55,000 a bag of Doritos?
So anyway, we have either of those choices or like smack in the middle. What do you think?
Fine. I'll settle for a red velvet cake in 65,000 at the NHL level.
Okay, yeah, you can't even get paid that little.
I think you'd be surprised how little you can get paid anywhere in North Carolina.
I mean, there is a salary floor.
Not in the other industries. There's not.
Yeah, not in the other industries, but this one. Anyway, so the arbitrator.
I mean, just comply with minimum wage, $8.25 an hour.
Anyway, the
All you
arbitrator
gotta
says
do.
they're gonna settle at flat 700,000. No AHL difference.
Okay, so even less than anybody wants.
Yep.
We're a bunch of
And
losers.
the last one to still be on arbitration is Rocco Grimaldi in Nashville.
Okay, yeah, no, side with the team. His name is Rocco, and he plays hockey.
Anyway, the team wants to give him 700K in the NHL, 200 in the AHL, and he wants 1.275 million.
Yeah, no. That a guy named Rocco does not need that much money.
All right.
Not in Nashville. He doesn't. He can move to Carolina and play for $8.25 an hour.
I want to see you sign somebody playing hockey for $8.25 an hour. How many hours a day do they have to work?
3.
It looks like. Oh, wait. Is it player or is it team? This is close. What the hell was that? Anyway,
it was the frustration of the drama.
it's the wheel sides with the team.
Told you. The wheel's smart enough to know you never trust a hockey player named Rocco.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think most of them were fair. The only other guy he settled for
I'm glad that you think that most of the 3 were fair. It's such a small sample size.
Yeah. Anyway, like a couple players avoided arbitration really closely. Like the Devils had Phil
That's nice.
Butcher avoid arbitration, signing for 3 years.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't Butcher only in his second year?
Yeah, but he remember he was drafted by Colorado. He didn't sign with them, so he skipped a year, and then we signed him as a UFA.
Oh, okay. So he's entry level 3-year contract or whatever.
It was a 2-year entry level contract, but yeah.
Okay, well, next time sign him for 3 years.
Well, yeah, we just so he came out as an RFA, right? And we signed him for 3 years, $3.7 million.
See, now you're smart enough to sign for 3 years.
Yeah, and he'll be a UFA after the end of that contract.
Probably not. You guys will probably extend him.
Yeah, we'll see.
If he gets better.
Yeah.
At the things that he does.
Yeah, and then the only other guy that we would have had on the wheel was Jake McCabe, right?
You tell me. You're the
And
one who
Buffalo.
created the list.
Yeah, Jake McCabe and Buffalo, right? And they settled for high, like 2.8 or so, $2.9 million.
875 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Congrats.
So I mean, there are not many going into arbitration. I think last year had quite a few. So this is kind of a slow arbitration, and most people settled. That's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah. When you bring out the arbitration headlines, you bring out all the fun in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, football is starting to ramp up, so hopefully. We probably will start on that soon. Kick it into some playoff baseball gear.
Yeah, look for more football in upcoming weeks when the only thing on TV, or there's more on TV other than the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
We'll start getting into the fantasy football and stuff like that kind of stuff at a later date.
Yeah. Yeah, got anything else to say? Hopefully our next episode is not too long away.
F for everybody.
Alright, on that note, thanks for tuning in.
F.